Hi and welcome to 60 Plus Sit Down Comedy. I'm Phil Lowe and today we're going to be talking about how all of us talk to inanimate objects. Now if you actually go and ask somebody if they speak to inanimate objects, a lot of people say no, I don't do that, because they think that we're going to think they're a little bit mad. Well, what's wrong with that? It's nice to be a little bit mad. In fact, today I am actually speaking to an inanimate object, which is the video recorder which is recording this video. So also, give you some good examples. When we drop something on the floor, how often do we say, hey, stay, don't move? And weirdly, the inanimate object doesn't move. Also, another great example, when we're pouring ourselves a nice glass of wine of an evening, we say to the bottle, hi bottle, I'd like a lovely glass of wine, or maybe this is just me, and we pour a nice full glass of wine, and when we've drunk it, suddenly there seems to be no more wine left in the bottle. So we then say to the bottle, I am now going to have to go to the supermarket and buy a copy of yourself. The wine bottle looks at you rather guiltily, and off you go to the supermarket, hoping you don't look like a drunk. Quite often we make commands at inanimate objects, like you're boiling the kettle and it's taking its time, and you go, come on kettle, boil. Or you're waiting for the bus, and equally it's taking its time. You can't see the bus, it could be miles away, and yet you feel obliged to stand there and go, oh come on, hurry up bus. These next ideas aren't strictly inanimate, but often as we get older we get a little bit more feeble, we're not as flexible as perhaps we were, and we're walking along and it's taking its toll on our body, and we talk to our legs and we go, come on legs, you can do it. Or come on arms, you can do it. Or come on whole body, you can do it. And you know, that doesn't respond either. The next great example I can give you is going home and trying to get in your front door with the key. You put the key in the lock and you twiddle it around. For some reason it doesn't seem to want to go round, and you talk to the key and say, come on key, I've had a very long day, I need to get in my house, I need to make my tea and sit down. And you twiddle the key some more and still it doesn't respond, and then you get angry with the key and you twiddle it some more and you go, key, stop messing around, please let me in my house, I'm getting frustrated now, I'm getting angry now, key. And then you realize you're actually trying to get in the neighbor's house. For those of you who are more practically minded, you may find yourself actually talking to tools. I'll give you a great example. The other day I needed a screwdriver and I could only find cross-headed screwdrivers. And I looked through the big box of tools that I never use, and I said to the cross-headed screwdriver, where is the other type of screwdriver? And the cross-headed screwdriver looked at me and it said nothing. So I then had to go through the whole rigmarole of searching through the box of screwdrivers for myself, and eventually I found it, and I ended up telling this cross-headed screwdriver off for not giving me, its location. Because I thought, if they all sleep together, then surely they would know where each other are. Do you not agree? I wear glasses for reading, and sometimes they seem to disappear. I've put them down 1 second ago, and I look round and they're nowhere near where I think they are. I sometimes wonder if I have a malignant spirit moving my glasses around, laughing in disdain. So I say, glasses, I've had enough of this now, because every time I put you down you seem to disappear. Where are you, please? And often there they are, laughing on top of my head. So if you've ever had this circumstance, then please, my heart goes out to you. Glasses can be quite evil. This is my opinion. Most of us use computers these days, and one of the most annoying things about working with a computer is that it seems to make its mind up quite regularly about things you don't actually want to do. And standing there swearing at the computer saying, please, 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 don't upload Windows 10 doesn't seem to make a jot of difference. How often do we also go to the hole-in-the-wall machine and thank the machine for giving us money? There's nobody in the machine, nobody's managing the machine, it is just a machine that happens to have some money in and is very clever at giving it out, except when you haven't got anything in the bank. But often we go there, we want a tenner, we push in our PIN numbers, and this is what we do.
Thank you.
We say thank you. It never responds, but then many people are like that too. One of the most interesting things I found the other day was that people like to talk to garden gnomes. In fact, some couples, independent of each other, say that speaking to the garden gnome on a regular basis gives them more of an intellectual thrill than their husbands or wives. Also, the garden gnomes don't just speak about fishing. They are actually great wonders of the intellect, and if you only just get to know them and discard the fact they've got little ruddy cheeks and funny little hats, then they're really worth talking to. I have some friends who work in a greengrocery who happen to speak to a blackbird in their breaks and first thing in the morning. Apparently the blackbird is very tame and sits there looking at them like blackbirds do, like this. And whilst it would probably rather discuss Nietzsche and the Lake District in the 17th century and the small toys that Adolf Hitler had as a child, then, you know, it's quite happy to sit and listen to their marital troubles, the fact that apples have gone up in price recently, and also the fact that they don't really enjoy their jobs. So it's nice that this creature listens. Also, I find that people like to speak to stuffed creatures like teddy bears and other inanimate objects. I don't know if you would agree. Would you agree to that? Well, yeah, sort of. Oh, I can hear you talking. You don't normally talk. Well, you know, just for the camera today. Hi everyone, I'm Fish. Okay, you normally just sleep on the bed. Well, I'm quite a dozy fish. So you're living proof that people do actually talk to inanimate objects of a fluffy nature. What? You know, I wouldn't exactly call myself fluffy, but, well, I'm a bit embarrassed now. I'm going to have to go. Okay, well, thanks for your time. It's no problem at all. Oh, thanks. This last example is probably quite a unique example. Some time ago I used to work on a Sunday morning, and in doing so I had to get the tram, which is half an hour's walk away from where I live. So by the time I got to the tram stop I'd be tired, and sometimes it had been raining. I sat at the tram shelter, and one day I decided to start talking to the tram shelter. I know that perhaps is a little weird, but in sitting at the shelter I found some comfort in talking to my little shelter friend, and do you know, I felt it listened. In fact, we are rather fortunate today to have some archive footage from that very event. So enjoy, and thank you for listening to 60 Plus Sit Down Comedy with myself, Phil Lowe. Speak to you soon. Morning tram stop. How are you? Jolly good. Looking very nice today, tram stop. Nice comfortable seats. What me? Oh, knackered. Yeah. Another day at work. Tram coming yet? Not quite. Thanks for being here, tram stop. Really appreciate it.